raise a hallelujah. I raise a hallelujah in the presence of my enemies. You got it. I raise a hallelujah louder than the unbelief. I raise a hallelujah. Sing this with me. God of creation, there at the start, before the beginning of time. Hey, Senior High, so good to see you. This is week 10 of our midweek live online, and you know what I miss? I miss me a little 9 High. Remember 9 High? Setting up all those things. I never really play too much. I just like watching you guys play, and I like watching you pop the balls. Actually, I don't. I don't like watching. Remember those of you that like to kick them up on the roof? Yeah, thank you very much. I go to Walmart like once or twice a month, and I grab a bunch of these things, and people are like, what kind of job do you have? But anyway, soon and very soon, we shall be playing 9 High again. I don't know, but we're 1 week closer to playing 9 High.
Gotta do 9 High in the Zoom meeting somehow.
Oh, dude, we gotta do 9 High in the Zoom. That's a good idea. We could disinfect it every time before you touch it too. Gloves, everything. We'll figure it out. Well, hey, thanks for chiming in, dude. You know, I see. Hey, there's Grace and Emma Gaddy and William Dion. I always mispronounce the name. Diondrati. William, I always try to make it really like French or something really cool. Well, good to see you. Glad that you're here. Of course, glad to see all of our other friends. We're going to be giving away Dutch Bros cards in our game in a few minutes. So you want to stay tuned. We don't always give away cards, but I rode my bike through the Dutch Bros today and got some for you. So we've got them. We're ready to get them to you. Hope you're doing well. Just a couple of announcements. Sign in. We just love to know that you're here. Thanks. I see like the Gaddies said, hey, because they're using someone else's account. Way to go. Glad that you're here. How many of you guys have been bike riding lately? You've been bike riding? I mean, I've been riding all over, but be careful because the thorns are out. Just be careful. Inner tubes are getting popped all over. Couple of announcements for you. Let us know you're here. We've been doing a 5-day Devo, and we have more and more of our students that are joining us. Some of you are joining us on your own, which is awesome. I say joining us on your own, but they're doing it on their own. Great. But if you could friend Pathway Senior High on the Bible app or the YouVersion Bible app, so cool because I think we've got about 10 to 15, I know over 10, that we're reading this together each day on your own time, and then students have been writing a little bit of a response, throwing out questions. I love it. And so you guys keep it up. And if you haven't responded yet, dude, this is so cool. Just tell us something you learned, something you're thinking about, or sign up tonight and friend us. And then we're going to be doing another one we'll tell you about too. But I really enjoyed the Better Than Ever 5-day Devo. A couple things I want to tell you before we get into our game, right? Before we get into our game, a couple student happenings. Really cool. One of our students texted me this week and said, hey, Trav, can I get a Bible for a friend of mine? Friend who doesn't go to church at all, but wants to start reading the Bible. What a cool opportunity. I said, you bet. And so it was neat. He came by the other day. We have Bibles here, and I also gave another resource. But I just thought that was really cool. And that if you guys are continuing to reach out to friends, reading the Bible together, encouraging them, but we do have Bibles that if you need one, we'll arrange to get it to you to give to a friend, or if you need one yourself. I thought that was really cool. Another student happening, just to give a shout out. I know we're in the season of graduations, but this guy right here, Trevor Iwamura, graduated from Shasta College. So Trevor is like one of our seniors in high school, kind of, but you know, he graduated high school early, and then he's been doing college, and he graduated. Way to go, Trevor. One of our Mexico team members from last year, one of our worship team members. And look at his quote. I don't know if you guys can read that. But he said this in his quote, "There's a lot less singing in education than High School Musical led me to believe." Do you find that to be true? Don't you wish there was a little bit more singing and dancing? All right. Congratulations, Trevor. The rest of you guys, I know that you're going to be graduating soon. Steven's going to tell you something we're doing for next week. We're going to celebrate seniors next week, but we need pictures and a little description of what's next from you. Some of you have already been sending those in, but we need those if you are graduating this year. Okay, are you ready for a game? Nathan, are you ready? Blake, are you ready? Steven, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Woo!
Yeah.
So, I so miss the students in here. Okay, we're going to play a game, and this game is called... It's called Synonym Song Battle. You guys know what a synonym is, right? They're gonna take, so here, next slide, a little description. A song title will be given as all synonyms. Words that mean the same thing, in case you didn't know what a synonym is. And then players, you guys, you get to guess. Be the first one to guess the actual name of the song. And we've got our scorekeepers here, and we'll give you a gift card to Dutch Bros. So be the first one. Some songs are old, some are new. And I have, I think, 7 of them. Are we ready to go? With synonym song number 1. Vintage Village Highway. What song title is described right here? Vintage Village Highway. And while you're thinking, did you know that I was a pastor at a church called Vintage Faith Church in Santa Cruz? There you go. Vintage had nothing to do with wine. But so we see the students are ready. And do we have a winner? Let's give a bell then. Ethan Granger came in, and the correct answer is Old Town Road. How do you say this guy's name? Lil Nas?
N-A-S, yeah.
Little Nas?
Nas.
Little Nas X. It just sounds like I'm swearing, doesn't it? I mean, like, I don't know how to say Thanos or Thanos. Is it? I don't know. Whatever. Thanos. I always say Thanos.
Billy Ray Cyrus.
And Billy Ray Cyrus. Achy Breaky Heart. Okay. Way to go. Was Ethan our winner?
Ethan.
Write him down. We're going to get Ethan a Dutch Bros card. Okay. Next song. Are you ready? I desire to grab your palm. I desire to grab your palm. What famous song is this?
Karis knows it.
Karis, she knew that one. I think she's talking on the earlier one. So let's see here. I'm not going to sing this one for you, but I do know this, and I know you guys know it. All ages know this one. I desire to grab your palm. That sounds kind of like a cool pickup line. Okay.
Hold your hand, Nate Granger.
Yeah. Dude, Nate Granger, did he come in with the win? I Want to Hold Your Hand by...
Emmy was shortly behind him.
Emmy was close. I want to hold your hand. We got it. And who sings it? You guys know who sings it, right? The Beatles. Doubles. Okay, so that's a winner to Nate Granger. He graduated from college this year too. Another one of our graduates within the senior high ministry. Okay, next song, synonym, battle, Evil Man. Do you guys know this one? Because I didn't get this one. I could not think. Evil Man. Synonyms. These are synonyms. What is the word for a word that has one syllable? Monosyllabic. Isn't that such a long... A word that is a sentence that means one syllable? Monosyllabic.
Oh,
okay. Who gets this one? Let's see here. Emmy. Evil Man. Who got it? Emmy. And here it comes. Oh, and the Gaddies got it. And Abby, yeah, that was so close. Hey, and don't worry about your internet, because I know my son out in Palo Cedro in Bible, he was getting them, and we have horrible internet in Palo Cedro. So no matter where you're at. Yes, Bad Guy by Billie Eilish. I heard she's a homeschooler. Is that right? Yeah, she's homeschooled, her and her bro. Way to go. You know, way to go. Okay, next, was that 3? So you can get Infant Toothy Fish. That is our next synonym song, Infant Toothy Fish. And so far, our winners have been Ethan Granger, Nathan Granger, and then and Emmy. All right. So those Grangers, those are tough. Oh, and I did forget to say that once you win one, you can't win more than one. You can still play, but we'll just, go beyond. Who got it?
Yeah.
Ethan, let's keep going because you already won one. Way to go. Let's see the next person to get it. Yeah, the next one.
Says it, though.
But after Ethan, would that be Kylie Miller?
I think I'm going to go with Kylie.
Yeah, because at least what I'm seeing on my feed, Karis was really close. The Osbournes were really close. Yes, Baby Shark. Horrible song. Worst ever.
I knew it before it became popular.
You're
so
like...
now that everybody's like watching the videos, I'm like, this is old news.
You're like, I knew it before. Before everybody knew. It's like having a band that you know. Okay, way to go, Kylie Miller. We're giving you the win. Karis, you almost came in, but no Dutch Bros card for you. But we get it for Kylie. Next song, number 5.
I think this one's my favorite.
Pupil of the Feline. Pupil of the Feline. There was a movie that this song was like the theme song for. I was so excited about it when I was a kid. You guys were not born yet. Only a few of you were. Pupil of the feline, what synonym song is that? Who dis? Who dat? That's for you, Davey. I know you love it when I do that. And Davey, if you're watching, that one's for you too. My son can't stand it when I do that. Okay. Who?
Andrew Rossi.
Hey, Andrew Rossi. Eye of the tiger. Eye of the cat. Nice try there, Kylie Miller. Like it. Eye of the tiger. Way to go, Andrew. What movie? You guys know what movie that was from? Oh my goodness.
Abby says Rocky.
Yeah, which one? Yes, Rocky. It was Rocky 3. Clubber Lang. If you guys got to go watch Rocky 3. Okay, that's been 5, right? And Andrew Rossi won that one. We have 2 more. 2 more. Never cease assuring. Never cease assuring. That could be a song in itself right there. Just never cease assuring. This one might be a little more challenging. Do you guys know it? Do you think you know it?
Oh, I know.
Oh, you know it. Oh, yeah. This one's popular. Played at, Carter when it came with the Karate Kid. He thought the movie was Eye of the Tiger was Karate Kid. That one's another one. You're the best. You're the best around. Never gonna da. That's from the Karate Kid. But Drago. There's Drago. I think Drago has made his way into a lot of our game nights. Okay. Who got it?
I think so, right?
Did we? Yeah. Never cease assuring. Did we get it?
Yep.
It's.
Oh, I guess.
What do you guys think? It's technically
Okay.
Don't Stop
Yeah, you're right.
Believing. Don't Stop Believing.
That would be Abby.
Yeah,
So I think Abby got it. I think we took it away from Karis. Karis, you're so
Sorry,
close.
Karis.
Fix
So,
it down below. But
so close, Karis. But again, it would be different if it was Never Stop Believing. You know, it just wouldn't do it.
I
So
like it.
way to go, Abby. Okay, we've got one more. Now this one is harder because it's a Christian song. Okay? So the next one, this is our last one for the night. Christian song, Metal Links Fracturer.
You got this, Karis.
Yeah, come on, Karis. You've been so close. Enterprise graduate, Metal Links Fracturer.
It's a hard word to say.
Yeah, it is. Fracturer. Fracturing. Which song is this synonyms for? It is one I think we've sung at our church, I believe. And so, not Amazing Grace, not Chains Are Broken, but we're
Trevor got it.
did Trevor?
Yes.
You did! Trevor, the one we honor tonight. Karis just comes in so close again. John Peak, so close. The Gaddies, so close. But you were not quick enough for Trevor Iwamura, who again, chain breaker. Trevor just graduated Shasta College. Way to go, Trevor. And we're going to send you a Dutch Bros gift card as well. Well, you guys, thank you for playing so much. We have a special treat for you right now. Put together by one of our very own students, Abby, and she made our own version of Pathway Some Good News, right? Have you seen those videos? So, hey, enjoy this. We highlight some of our people, so we're going to give it over to Abby for some good news.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Some Good News Pathway Senior High Edition. My name's Abby Nordstrom, and I'll be your host. And it's, anyone know what day it is? Now, on to some good news.
What's up, Senior High? I'm sitting here with the old VIP, Tanner DeWitt, and we've been discussing some pretty incredible things, like the fact that he's graduating. So, Tanner, why is it? What's so great about the fact that you're graduating?
The fact that doctors said 17 years ago that I wouldn't walk, I wouldn't talk, I wouldn't be anywhere close to where I would be today.
Yep,
Hey,
that's right. The doctor said 17 years ago, it was actually a geneticist who told us that Tanner would never walk or talk, and that he wouldn't really develop past 6 months. He wouldn't go to school. And not only is he graduating, but, you know, he's graduating with a diploma, which he defied the odds and rocked it out and still continues to surprise us. Another thing that Tanner has overcome over the last, since 2016, is he has been battling Crohn's disease. What do you have to say about that?
It's been hard.
It's been hard. What's been so difficult about it?
The fact that I want to stay up here and get my treatments up here instead of going down there. 4 hours down there, then 4 hours back.
But there was many a times that we weren't traveling the same day. We'd have to stay in the hospital. And so he's had a lot of things come his way, but he has overcome. And we're happy you did, buddy.
Hey, I'm Tanner's sister, and I am just so stoked for Tanner that he is graduating high school. There were many times where we didn't think he was going to make it out of the hospital. He was actually really robbed from his high school years with his sickness and being in the hospital. So it's really cool that he gets to graduate from high school, and I'm super proud of him. Love you, Tanner.
What's up? I'm Isaiah, Tanner's brother, and I have had the privilege to share a room with Tanner through his senior year of high school. And through the time that I've shared a room with Tanner, he has gone through points of his life where he's been really sick, and I know if I were sick like him, I'd be crying for my mommy all night. And I'm really proud of him. He's an overcomer, and I can't believe he's graduating this year. Congratulations, Tanner.
Hi everybody, I'm Alina, Tanner's sister, and Tanner's been to the hospital a bunch of times, and I've been going with my mom and dad. Proud of Tanner for graduating. Love you, Tanner.
Hello, I'm Mackenzie, Tanner's older sister. Tan Man, I'm just so proud of you and everything you've accomplished, from, you know, crawling to walking with a walker to walking on your own, and now you're graduating high school. I'm incredibly happy and honored to be able to call you my brother, and I guess now I will see you in young adults.
I'm sure as some of you have noticed, the weather in Reading has been about as indecisive as me trying to pick my new Netflix show. So I've called in a friend to tell us how the weather's looking.
We're looking pretty good.
That it does, George, that it does. Now on to an interview with an experienced graduate. Welcome to SGN, Senior High Pathway Edition. Stephen, how are you? What are you doing in quarantine?
I'm doing great now that Avatar is on Netflix. So that's kind of what I'm filling my time. If I'm not doing homework, I am binge watching Avatar. So
it's a good show. And in this unknown time for seniors who are going to college soon, even though that wasn't your experience, it's still to a point is unknown. So what advice do you have for them?
Yeah, advice, as I think about it, is simply go into whatever situation you're going into with an open mind to be okay with asking questions. It's never wrong to ask questions and seek wisdom or even seek clarifications. If you don't know what's going on, ask away. It's better to be willing to ask questions and not know versus not know what's going on. So.
All right. Thank you, Stephen. On to you, Emily.
I'm here speaking with a local member of the biking community who has recently run into some mechanical issues. Could you introduce yourself, sir?
Yes, I am Ethan Granger. This is my bike, and this is my very popped tire.
What advice would you have for others who are dealing with similar bicycle tire-related issues?
Well, the best way to avoid popped tires is to not get them. So, if you see a nail, don't run it over. If there's glass on the path, no matter how tempting it is, don't run the glass over. If your tire pops, it's probably too far gone. Just burn it.
Very interesting. How do you keep up your enthusiasm and passion for life during these unprecedented, difficult times?
Riding my bike constantly. I never get off my bike unless I pop a tire.
Interesting. Thank you for speaking with us. Have a good rest of your evening.
This has been PSGN here reminding you that you have a great God. Till next time. I'm sure as some of you noticed, do that again. That it is, George. That it is. Wrong grammar. Notice the weather in Reading has been quite indecisive. Pretty much as decisive.
Hey everybody, thanks Abby for putting together this Some Good News episode for Pathway Senior High. If you guys have some good news to share with us, let me know, and I'm going to forward you off to Abby to put together some more episodes for us. We love seeing some exciting or even funny, stupid things that are going on in your guys' life, so let's continue to make some episodes with Abby's help. I have an announcement for you guys, other than signing in, make sure you sign in, is for my seniors. So, here's the deal, seniors. We want to celebrate you guys well. We got to celebrate Tanner a little bit today, and same with Trevor. But we want to continue to celebrate you guys. We're going to do that next week with a senior kind of driven, fun week for us for midweek. So, what I need from you guys, my seniors, is primarily I need you to send me a recent picture from this year. So you can send it to my Instagram, to our Facebook, to my email, or the Pathway Senior High email, which is seniorhigh@pathwaychurch.life, so that's the email. Send us a picture, and then tell me briefly what your next thing is. If you're going to the military, if you're going into college, if you're going into the workforce, or you're just chilling at your parents' house, I want to know what you're doing next after you graduate from high school. Send me that. Send me your picture. We want to celebrate you guys well. We're going to actually celebrate you guys later in the year as well as a big church family, but we want to celebrate as a senior high family too. So let's kick this off a little bit by kind of highlighting some fun, awkward pictures from the past. So we thought we'd share some of our senior pictures. So I don't know if you guys can figure out who this guy is. He's super well known. It's a little tricky at first for me to figure out who this was, I thought. Now that I know who it is, I'm like, oh, that's who it is. And this person is actually Travis, like class of 91. Yeah. So that's Travis. We got another leader for you guys. We got a senior leader here. And she is Chico Senior High School class of 1987. So we're getting a little older, but with age comes wisdom. So we got a very wise leader here. So you love her. It's our senior girl leader. This was Julie. Julie graduated in 1987. Woot woot.
Nice.
So, and then of course, gotta throw in my picture. I have not changed. If you go to my 8th grade picture, my face has not changed. The only thing that ever changes about me is my hair. Wherever it is on my face, everything is the same. So, rocking my Marvel tie and my honors cords.
Could you grow a beard like that when you were that age?
Oh, no.
You can grow a nice beard.
Yeah, it's getting there. So, class of 2015. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
I'm a baby, but not the baby. All right, here's another leader. It's a newer leader.
Yes.
It's a fantastic leader. I love getting to talk with her about the Enneagram. She knows her stuff. She's in type 2 like I am, which is super awesome. So, you know what that is. You know it. So, if you don't worry about it. But she's a fantastic leader. She's one of our freshman girl leaders. She's rocking it with the freshman girls. This is Erin Workington.
Erin.
Have we been saying that correctly? I feel like that's a unique name.
I thought it was Working Teen. I don't know.
Teen.
Ask her
If you're watching, let us know. Correct us.
Yeah, phonetically spell it out, Erin.
Yeah. So, we got another leader. He was a senior guy leader. I got a couple more. You know him. You love him. This is Ross. I don't know.
He looks the same.
Yeah,
we
looks
don't
the
know.
same. He's even got the beard.
You got the beard?
He's even got the beard. So.
I know.
And then we have, I think, 2 more, maybe 1 more. An even more baby than I am. This is Azure. She's also fantastic. One of our great leaders. She was class of 2018.
18.
So,
yeah.
So.
She was born mature, though.
She was born mature.
Mm-hmm.
Don't underestimate her based on her height. Yeah.
Oh, and Erin says it's Working Teen, like T-E-E-N.
Oh, like a teen. Okay.
We still never did.
That's why you work in senior high.
That's right, teen. That's right. Oh yes, Ross got engaged, by the way. Back to Ross.
Oh yes, he did with Colleen.
But we should be careful saying engaged with Azure up there too, because I don't want to start any rumors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Swap pictures.
All
right, tell me who this leader is. Let me see if you got any guesses, because we think this is a great picture of one of our leaders. His quote, "I look better in person."
I look better in person.
I think all of us look better in person. Honestly, we're probably all tired of seeing each other on the screen. So
yeah,
we feel you. We're ready to be with you guys. We think this is Seth. Tarzan Man. Massive 1747.
Oh, I see.
So, we're just joshing with you. Seth looks nothing like this. I honestly was trying to figure this out, though, and I guessed John.
John, oh, John.
I was like, I don't know what to do.
That could be John.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So I'm bad at this, clearly. So.
Julie says it's Gordon DeWitt.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, anyways. Yeah, that's that. So, those are some of our seniors. Again, senior class of 2020. Send me your pictures and send me a brief description of what you're doing next. We want to celebrate you guys next week as a senior high family. So email those to me at srhigh@pathwaychurch.life. Text it, DM it, send it to me. All right.
DM it?
Yes.
Sounds
Direct message.
It sounds like, DM it.
Yeah,
DM it. You said, no,
I do not say that
you
word.
said DM,
I worked at a camp where we were like, there was a creek.
DM it. That's all I'm going to say.
And we had to do like exploration in the creek. We could not say the word dam, like Shasta Dam. We had to say water restrictor.
Oh my gosh. Oh
yeah,
my
that was a thing. I had to do that. We built water restrictors. And we had to get rid of them each day as to not disturb the ecosystem. So, you will not hear the other version of that word come out of my mouth. Anyways, and with that, seniors, send me your pictures. I'm going to keep saying it. Send it. We can't celebrate you if you don't send us stuff. So, and with that, we are going to transition now very awkwardly to worship.
Sorry, Steve.
He said awkward transition, so I just had to spin. All right, we're going to be sing along with me at home. Let's do this. thank you for the cross. We thank you for what you've done. You paid your price for us. God, it's something that we could never repay. We're so grateful for that. Lord, we love you. We look to you. We pray this in your name. Amen.
Thank you, Blake. Let's give Blake a little love. Maybe like a heart emoji. I don't know if anybody ever puts heart emojis. Yeah. Carter. Thank you so much. Hey, and I do have to just share, first of all, Abby, thank you for putting together some good news. A lot of work. And Ethan, I got to tell you, first of all, I'm so impressed that you got a flat tire. It's a badge of honor. But I'll tell you, I got a flat tire 2 days ago on my way into church, and I put on these little patches. Can you see the green patch? I don't know if you can see that. They're little sticky things, man. I'm like recycling these tubes. And so I was over at another, like Crosspoint Church, putting on a patch. Just like God patches our hearts. Oh, do you see how I did that? Do you see that shift right there? God fixes our tears and our rents. I'm going to stop right there. All right. Good job, though. Get out, ride a bike. It is Bike Month right now. Hey, I just want to share for a couple minutes with you on a passage that we've been studying this study called Better Than Ever. And it's been fantastic. And again, I've loved what you guys have all been chiming in. It's not too late to join. Find it on YouVersion or look in our link in our Instagram. But day one, we studied a verse, James 1, verses 2 through 4. Really powerful. And I just want to reread that in a moment. But I have to tell you something that you have to hear this, students. God does not promise you an easy life, right? He does not promise you a cushy, problem-free existence, right? God doesn't protect you from trials. He doesn't protect you from heartache. He doesn't protect you from rejection and failure, right? Do you still want to follow God now that you know that? That was interesting for me because I thought God's job was to protect me from anything bad. But when you read the scriptures, that's not what we learn from the scriptures. Christians suffer just as much as others. We suffer, but we have great hope. What God has promised is that he has plans for you. God has plans for your life. He has good work that he's prepared for you to do. He didn't say easy work. He didn't say that he's got a smooth path for you. But God does want you to grow. He wants you to mature. He wants you to become better than ever. And how does God shape us? How does God grow you? How does God help you become better than you've ever been before? Well, it's through trials. It's through rejection. It's through failures. It's through tests. It's through temptations. And it's through tragedies. And so that's why I find great hope in James 1 through 4. You might want to lock this one in on your Bibles or memorize it, but we read this, and this is written to people who are scattered because of persecution for following Jesus. And James, the half-brother of Jesus, writes, "Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds." So right there, I think that's all the trials that we face. All of them. Now, if you want the Gen Z translation to this verse, here it is. Hey, don't be triggered, fam, jam, and hammies, when the game hands you a fanny pack full of bark dookie. Right? That way maybe you understand that translation a little better than this. But he goes on to say, consider it pure joy because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Your Bible might say it produces endurance. It produces patience, right? So that our trials actually produce something. And then it concludes by saying, James says, let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. Some versions might say that you might be perfect. And that means mature. Do you realize that, listen, God is working in us right now. And I don't just mean the trials of COVID and sheltering in place, but I'm talking about changes in life plans, hardships that you go through. God is shaping you. It was really cool because in our Bible study this week, in the Talk It Over section, Lori Ayabe, one of our students, She commented this. She said, this passage is a good reminder to not only look at what's right in front of us, but to look forward at what is coming. You know what that is, Lori? That's hope. That our trials, that we know that God is working so we can lift our eyes. We can acknowledge the hardship, but we look ahead. I like what our very own Abby Nordstrom, she talked about. Her comments basically said, look, it's a difference between focusing on health versus long-term joy. And in order for that long-term joy, we persevere with God through hardships now. You guys, as a teenager, I remember I wanted life to get easier. And I kept asking God and kept expecting that someday life is going to get easier. But instead, God made me stronger. So can I just declare that truth over you today, too, teenagers? Listen, God doesn't make your life easier. He never promised that. But God will make you stronger, right? Able to go faster and better and further and longer. And that's what God is doing. He is making you better than ever, even through these hardships. I know I've told this story before, but I learned this in weightlifting class my sophomore year of college at Cal State, San Bernardino. Took a weightlifting class. And forgive me if you've heard this before, but day one, we had to go and max out on all the machines. And my maximum bench weight that I could do, bench press, was 140 pounds. Not a very, great weight, but 140 pounds. And they said, listen, your final 3 months from now is, we want you to write, how much do you think you'll be able to bench in 3 months? And so I wrote, well, I don't know, maybe 170 pounds, maybe 30 pounds more. And so zoom ahead, 3 months later, I came into that weightlifting class and I put the pin at 170 pounds and I benched it. When in January, 3 months earlier, I could only bench 140. How was it that in March, I could bench not only 170, but I went up to 185? I benched 45 pounds more. And I ask you, what happened in those 3 months? Did God sprinkle magic dust on the weights? Did God sprinkle Jesus dust on me and help me lift that? Well, no. What happened was I went in week after week and I worked out. And it was hard and it was painful. There was resistance. But all through that, God was building me to be stronger so that what I couldn't lift in January, I could lift in March. The same thing is with you. God is developing you to be stronger. Now listen, Satan will tell us that your trials and your hardships and your failures and your rejections, that those are proof that God does not love you. When actually, the Bible tells us that our trials, the discipline that God brings through these hardships, is actually some of the best proof that God does love you, because God is treating you as his child. Let me say that again. When God walks with you through hardships, he is treating you like a father treats his child, because a father wants his child to grow, to be competent, to be better than ever, to be stronger. And that's what God does. Now, God promises to never leave us alone. And he is with you in those valleys so that we don't have to fear evil. So you guys, my last thing I kind of want to leave you with is this. God will not protect you from what perfects you. God loves you so much, and he has such great plans for you that he will not protect you from those things that perfect you. Right? So that's why we can say, James 1, 2 through 4, we can consider it joy when we go through hardships and trials, because that hardship, those trials, are developing endurance and patience and perseverance. And perseverance will finish its work so that you will be mature and complete, not lacking anything. Let me pray, and then Stephen's going to come with some closing announcements for us. But you guys just listen as I pray over you. Maybe you would be willing to pray this. God, will you shape me to be the person you want me to be? God, that means I'm not asking for an easy life. I'm not asking for a comfortable life. I'm asking, God, that you would strengthen me. to meet whatever challenges come my way. And God, I'm not alone in it. I trust that you will strengthen me and carry me through. And Lord, that you will shape me to be better than ever, stronger and faster and better. Lord, thank you. So Lord, have your way in me, even for those of us that are going through hardships right now. Amen. All right, Stephen, here's your thing. Come in and close us out.
Yep.
So good to be with you guys. I hope that we are soon to gathering together again. We're closer today than we were last week to gathering
Yes, we
together.
are. Amen to that. All right, I got some closing announcements for you guys, and I don't have paper with all of them, so we're going to fly by these. First off, we are still hoping and praying and pushing forward to meeting together for summer camp. We still don't know anything else, so we're still waiting on Elevate to let us know. When we find out, we will let you guys know. Keep praying that we get to go to camp and be safe in that as well. So lean in with that. Sorry it's taking so long, but we'll do this right. Again, I'm going to remind you, seniors, send me your picture. Send me your brief bio. What's the next thing you're doing? Direct message it to me. Private message it to me.
Damn it! Damn it! Do me right now. Sorry.
Wow.
Sorry. You like that?
That's good.
Sorry, Stephen.
On Facebook or Instagram, not my personal account, the senior high one, or email it to me at srhigh@pathwaychurch.life. Couple more announcements. We are continuing to hang out on Tuesdays at 2 o'clock, so come join us there. We love catching up with you guys and just hanging out. Wednesdays, we do our Bible study together. We are in Ecclesiastes, which is awesome to study that. Like, who chooses to study Ecclesiastes? Well, Travis does, and we had a blast last Wednesday. So come join us with that, seeing what wisdom we can take from there. So that's happening Wednesdays at 4 o'clock. We will send you the Zoom codes to those. And we are inviting you guys to another 7-day devotional next week, again called Streaks. This time we are focusing on prayer. We have a lot of questions about prayer. What is prayer? How do I go about it? All these different things. Well, hopefully this devotional will give us some time to just simply spend time in prayer and learning what it is. So we invite you guys to come join us. We'll send those links out to you, Instagram bio, Facebook, Blit. We'll get it to you guys. Come friend us too on the Bible app, YouVersion Bible app, and I'll send it directly to you that way as well. So that is happening next week. Streaks, it's the yellow one this time. We've done white, we've done blue. We're doing yellow now, focusing in on prayer. And I think that's all my announcements, yeah?
Yeah, I'm sending them the link right now,
Yeah.
Bible.com. Right, Bible.com.
Think so?
Yeah, look for, yeah, we're good.
Look for that. If you got exciting things happening on your life, contact me and I will get you connected with Abby so we can put you in a Pathway Senior High, some good news episode that we'll keep doing here for the next couple weeks. So send us those. We want to fill content with your faces. That's what we want to do. We want to see what's going on with your guys' lives in this season. So send us those away. Am I ending it? I keep pointing to you to end it. Travis always ends it, so I'm like, what am I supposed to do?
Great God.
Great God.
Abby's already done that. I don't know how to end it. Travis always says, we long to see you, we miss you, which is a true statement. So we are excited to get together as soon as we can, but we want to do that in a safe way. So keep pushing on. Keep finishing school strong, you guys. I know you guys are in the last step, so push on with that. We love you guys, and we will see you guys next week. By the way, we don't have a game night Friday. We did not talk about that. So we will not see you tomorrow. We will see you next week, Tuesday Hangout. Talk to you guys later. See you guys.